Hi guys, Sammy Jo, your PCW life coach here.
And Lindsay Shamlou, your PCW nutritionist.
We're here to take you through the grocery store today, give you some helpful tips and tricks on how to navigate. But before we get to the actual grocery store tour, we want to take you through some steps to do before you get to the store. So first off, we want to make sure that you are coming with a full belly. So don't try to come empty-handed or empty-bellied because you will pick up things unnecessary in the cart. Come well hydrated, even bring your water with you, that would be great. Carts are great for holding your water. And then last but not least, make sure you have your list. Try to organize that list in a way that it's going to allow you to maneuver through the grocery store. It's going to keep you on track and again, allow you to stay on track with the things that you need to purchase and avoid the things that you need to not purchase. So let's take off to the grocery store with our list and let's give you some helpful tips on how to navigate through and enjoy your healthy lifestyle.
All right, guys, let's go.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started here in the deli section. I'm just going to go over a couple key points that you do want to keep in mind. This will be the first part of the store that you're going to see as you come in, so it's probably going to be your first stop if you do choose to get your deli meat here in this section. So some things that you're going to want to look for are going to be your low sodium deli meats. Those could be turkey, ham. Looking for anything that's low sodium is going to be a good option. So you can see here, there are some low sodium options over here that you may find. There's also some low sodium cheeses in this area. And also with the cheese, you do want to find something that's low in fat. So your Colby Jack cheeses tend to be a little higher in fat compared to something like a Swiss cheese, which is going to have a much less fat content. So those are just a couple tips for this section. We will move along to the next.
Hi guys, welcome to the bread section. Now I know everyone gets a little nervous about carbohydrates, but don't worry. Carbs need to be part of your diet. It gives your body a lot of energy, lots of vitamins and minerals, especially if you're eating the right kinds like whole grains. So I'm going to touch base on a couple items that I want you to look for and maybe some things that are okay to use, but we want to limit. So let's get started. I found a nice, really great option for bread. This is actually the Sara Lee 100% whole wheat. You're going to see that on the label, but more than that, I want you to actually look at the ingredients facts. Find on the ingredients, if it says 100% whole wheat or whole grain, you're good to go. That's going to be a great option there. Don't be as concerned about the calories in the whole grain products because they're good calories. They're going to be the grains that you actually want. So make sure you are keeping some carbohydrates in your diet like these healthy whole grains. Let's also touch base on some other items like bagels and English muffins, some things that people like but they're not sure if they should use. Again, some things to pay attention to. You want to find the whole grain items. There are some items that say double protein, then you have your original. If you can find the whole grain items, those are going to be the best ones for you. So don't be afraid to grab, an English muffin or a bagel for breakfast. Of course, the whole grain are going to be your best options. And what's also great, and if you are a burger person or you like sandwiches, Lindsay was just talking about deli meat, another great addition would be these sandwich thins. You can find them in whole grain options. You can find them in name brand options. My favorite, always use the Kroger brand because that's going to give you the best deal. Plus you use your Kroger card, going to save you some money. Again, with touching base on the bread section, don't eliminate breads. They're really great in your diet. Just watch for, the trigger ones, the ones that have the added sugars, the ones that have, a little more calories than you would really need in your diet, and really press for the whole grains. That's really going to be the most beneficial part.
Okay, let's jump right into the next section. So after we finish up with the breads, you're going to hit the salads. Salads are a big piece for a lot of people that are watching their calories because they are so low in calories. So I love to eat salads. They are easy, they're quick, they're nice in the summer, so right now it's a great option. Some things to look for are your dark leafy green vegetables. Iceberg lettuce does tend to be a little less in calories. However, the nutrition in iceberg lettuce is pretty much bare minimum. So you're really going to want to find things that are, like for example, your spinach is going to be a dark leafy green and it's also on sale. So again, just wanting to really find your sale options, save a little money, eat healthy. Something else that you can look for in the salad section are these pre-cut vegetables. Here's a vegetable medley and then also vegetable kebabs. It is a little more expensive to buy your vegetables pre-cut. However, it is okay if you want to save the time. I'm going to move right on down here to the salad dressings. You really want to look for something that is light. The one thing to avoid with your salad dressings is something that's fat-free. There tends to be a lot of additives in fat-free salad dressings. So you want to find something that's reduced fat or light. A balsamic vinaigrette is great. An oil-based salad dressing is great. This Sky Valley white balsamic organic vinaigrette would be a great option. The reason I know that is because if I turn this over, the first ingredient that I see is organic white balsamic vinegar. So that is the way that I'm going to determine that this is a healthy salad dressing. It's going to be low in fat, it's going to be low in carbs, and it's also going to be low in calories, only about 100 calories for 2 tablespoons. So this would be a great option.
All right, now down to the fruits. We feel all fruit is created equal. Yes, it does have sugar, but it's all natural sugar, so it's good stuff for you. The things that we want to touch on, though, are the fruit options that are going to be the best. So you want to find the fruit options that have the highest amount of fiber and the lowest amount of sugar as possible. So things like strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, great options you can have, but also something to look for, and I love at your grocery stores, they point this stuff out. They're going to give sales to items that are in season most oftentimes. So those are going to be the freshest, most nutrient-based fruits that you can find. As you can see here, a selection of grapes. We have some strawberries behind me. We will touch a little bit on organic versus non-organic, so the ones that you should choose organic mostly, and the ones that won't matter as much if you have non-organic, but we'll go ahead and give you a list of that in class. Another thing I do want to point out, if you are the type of person that does not like to pick all the grapes off the vine or chop up your watermelon, because it is a lot of time, I understand, I am the same way, you can find these great little selections of pre-cut, pre-washed fruits, and these are great options to have. Notice here is a fruit medley of watermelons, different kinds of melons, a couple grapes in here. You can also find berry options, and there's a nice selection of these at all your grocery stores. Kroger's always really great about having these options for you, and again, they're going to be fresh and really, really high in nutrients. So just find the fruits that are going to be best for you. Trying to mix and match your fruits every time you go to the store. Every color gives you a different phytochemical, so different vitamins and minerals that you can use to help keep yourself healthy and just, you know, taste great and fresh every single time. So happy shopping in the fruit section.
All right, let's move into the meat section. This is a section that everyone comes to when they go to the grocery store. It's a staple in most people's meals. Unless you're vegetarian, then you probably have meat at every meal. It's a really, really big part of your diet, so it's really important for us to talk about that with you guys. What I'm going to show you first is some cage-free chicken. This is just no antibiotics, no added hormones, so you know that you're not getting a lot of additives and preservatives in there. This Simple Truth brand, this is actually a Kroger only brand, one of my favorite brands to buy. So definitely a good go-to if you're looking for a new brand of chicken. So we'll move into the beef section. Laura's Lean Beef. I have actually only seen this here at Kroger, so they may have it other places, but I'm not sure. But she always has really lean cuts of beef. Again, it is no hormones, no antibiotics. So those are all really good things to look for. This here is 92% lean, 8% fat, so that is a really good thing to see. I would say anything that is less than 90% as far as the lean of it goes, you'll want to avoid that. So 90% or higher is always going to be the best option. You can see actually right up here that there is this nutrition information. That is so helpful when you're looking for nutrition and you're trying to figure out the calories and the fat content. So definitely, look at that when you're looking at your meat so you can get a better idea of what you're actually buying, because it is kind of hard to determine how many calories are in certain things, because most meats don't have that nutrition label that we frequently look at. Steak here would be considered more of a high-fat meat. However, it's okay every now and again. Don't feel that you have to have chicken and salmon every day of your life. You can definitely throw some different things in there. Have the steak, have the tacos every now and again. Don't deprive yourself of some of the meats that you may like. Just most days, try and choose your leaner options. All right, I also wanted to talk on this meat over here. This pre-packaged ground beef. I know a lot of people like to buy this because it's easier to cook. There is the 90% lean again, and then there's also a one that is going to be the 80% lean. So again, in this case, you are always going to want to get the 90% because it does have a lot less fat in it. So there's just another tip for you.
All right, guys, now next to dairy. Dairy is an important part of your life. We want to make sure that you're getting at least 2 to 3 servings of dairy in a day. And we want to make sure you're trying to get low fat options. So when selecting a milk option, your skim milk or your 1% are going to be your best options. Also, when looking at cottage cheese, sour creams, things like that, you also want to get the low fat options as well. And I know it can be a transition to those items because you're used to the whole fat product, but the more you use them, the more your family can start adapting to those items. Definitely trying to select those options. Of course, you always want to look for something that's on sale. Kroger's really great about having sales on dairy items such as milk. So just find the best bet for your family. Now let's touch on yogurt. Yogurt, there's a lot of nutrients in yogurt, and it's also very portable. So you can do one of two things. You can buy the big containers of yogurt, and these are great if you eat a lot of it during the week, and you can take it with you. You have nice little containers. My favorite, because I pay for convenience, I like the small packs that you can take with you and kind of throw in your lunch bags. My favorite is going to be the Oikos 000. There's a lot of benefits of this yogurt. For one, it's Greek yogurt, so it's going to have more protein. A couple other things, and you can see on the label, there's 0 added sugar, 0 artificial sweeteners, and 0 fat. So a great option. Plus they have lots of varieties of flavors. And as you can see, they're all on sale this week, so it's a great option to try to select. But essentially when picking out a yogurt option, you want to try to find something that is low fat. Be cautious of added sugars. So yes, the fruit options are great, but those are the ones that are going to have the more added sugars. So if you can, try to select a non-fat plain yogurt or non-fat vanilla yogurt that has reduced sugars, and then add your own sugar to it. Your natural sugars, like your fruits, your berries are a great option. If you have a low-fat granola or sugar-free granola, that would be a great option as well. Trying to avoid the combination yogurts, the ones that already have the nuts or the granola items on there, because again, they typically have an added sugar to them. So just things to stay cautious of while in the yogurt section, but of course, excellent source of calcium, excellent source of all those healthy benefits that dairy can give you. So check out your yogurt section for sure.
All right, guys, now that we've hit the perimeter of the store, let's jump into an aisle. So we decided to show you guys the cracker aisle because, again, carbs. Carbs are the thing that people are the most scared of. So we don't want you to be scared of carbs. So let's go over a couple good cracker options and why they are good options. My go-to is always the Wheat Thins. I love having these with hummus. I like having these with guacamole or just dipping them in avocado. They're a great whole grain option. You just really have to watch your portion size. If you eat the whole box, well, that would be an issue. But if you just have 16 to 17 crackers, whatever the portion is, you are going to be just perfectly fine. Another good option, this is actually what Sammy Jo likes to buy. She likes to get the Triscuits for her family. This is another really good option. It's a whole grain. And this in particular box is a reduced fat, so there's another added benefit. With all of that said, I also want to touch on the misconception with things, people thinking they're a whole grain when sometimes they're not. For example, I have these goldfish here, which would be a great option if you have children or maybe you like goldfish yourself. So it says right here in big bold letters that it is a whole grain option. However, it's actually not a whole grain. How do I know that? If I flip this to the ingredient list, you can see here that it is made with enriched wheat flour. So that is the determining factor that tells me that this is not a whole grain, that it maybe just has some whole grains, but it's not providing you enough healthy carbohydrates to consider it as a whole grain option. So just be cautious of the word enriched, be cautious of the word bleached. Those are all big key factors that are going to tell you that it's probably not a healthy carbohydrate, and you should probably avoid that. Those are just some good ideas for you guys for crackers. So next time you think you should not have the crackers, just be more aware of what type of cracker it is, and maybe even look for the sodium content. They can be a little high sometimes. So find something that is reduced sodium. I would say don't avoid the fat again. Just find things that have the word reduced in them. So there you go. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining us on our grocery store tour. We had a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. Hopefully you will use these tips that we have given you, and just know that if you ever have questions in the future, please feel free to come and ask us. We want to help you the most that we can. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Have a fantastic day.